And we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Gerald Glasser coming right back at you here from Lakers Fast Break, Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. On the latest episode, we cover the scandals going on at the WWE, plus their big deal with Netflix, the Royal Rumble, Road to WrestleMania, and more. So go ahead and check out John Orlando for the PVD cast and I as we cover the state of pro wrestling on the latest Pop Culture Cosmos. Inside Sports Fantasy Football is off for this week, but next week we'll come back with our Super Bowl predictions. But don't forget also as well, Joe Soro tonight for a nightcap at 11 p.m. Pacific, his Lakers nightcap. Go ahead and join him there after our post game at 11 p.m. So go ahead and check that out indeed as well. Plus he is Ox1947 at LakersBall.com and his company Simblades, Simblades with a Y.com. Our good friends Jamie Sweet and Laker Tom. Go ahead and check them out at Lakerholics.com. Plus also as well, of course, Empire Jeff TV, Lakers in 5. Also as well, of course, Lakers Corner and Clutch Talk, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, and of course the John McCallion channel. And please support all these great channels and include us if you can. We're almost at 1,400 subscribers. Please go ahead and help us out by subscribing today to get the latest notifications on when we go live on the air with the latest Lakers Fast Break podcast. Well, it's Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much for joining us right here. It is the Lakers pregame against the Atlanta Hawks. Second game of back-to-back. The Lakers are back to 524-24 on the season. They are, I believe, 10th place in the Western Conference. I'll check just to make sure before as the night is starting out. But it is the Lakers struggling, a middling 500. They are tied for 9th place, in the Western Conference, along with the Utah Jazz. So when it comes right down to it, the Lakers coming into tonight without the guy who's played the third most minutes in the NBA, as Anthony Davis has been reported as being out for tonight's game. You see the starting lineup right there. I've left it for you in the comments. D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Taurean Prince is still in the starting lineup, LeBron James, and Jackson Hayes. Darvin Ham said that LeBron James did go through his pregame process and he will be available tonight. But yes, Anthony Davis is out for the evening, which again, playing the third most minutes in the NBA, and obviously the injuries stacked up. He said he was hurting, his groin was hurting in the second half. So we do not have Anthony Davis for tonight's game against the Atlanta Hawks. But it is Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for watching, listening. Truly appreciate it. I have the simulcast already up and about for you. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Plus also as well, Facebook and YouTube. Go ahead and check it out there. But please let us know your thoughts. Will the Lakers get it done tonight without Anthony Davis in the lineup? Love to hear your thoughts on that. It is going to have to be more of an open-ended, a lot of transition buckets for the Lakers in order to stay afloat with this high-octane Atlanta offense, but a terrible defensive team. That's the only saving grace as we go in to play tonight's game against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks have been struggling even worse than the Lakers, currently at 19-27. They are tied for 10th place in the Eastern Conference. They're struggling even more than Lakers, but the Lakers need to get a victory right now in order to salvage this Grammy trip, to hopefully get back on the right track before we head to Boston in 2 days. We'll see what happens there, but it is right now the Lakers and Atlanta. There is no Anthony Davis, but I want to hear your thoughts as the Lakers are getting ready to go ahead on the floor here in just a couple minutes against the Atlanta Hawks. It is, again, available right now on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. John, what's up, Aussie? This season looks like a car crash. You know it ends, but you know how it ends, but you just can't look away. I agree. Who in the world is guarding Trey and Murray? Prince over Vando? Yes, still yet again, Kurt. I suggested that I think Vando should have some time against Trey. Was easily brushed off on that, but I still think that Vando should look to play against Trey Young as far as the defensive end is concerned. But yes, looking forward to tonight's game. The Lakers need to get a lot of transition buckets tonight because, again, the defense for Atlanta is very poor. Take the ball inside constantly with LeBron driving to the basket. They should not, hopefully, become reliant on the three-point shooting unless they can find some sort of rhythm from the outside. And who knows? Atlanta's defense is so bad that could possibly be the case, but it is a back-to-back, and the guys are tired after coming off a double overtime victory on Saturday and then yesterday's game where they just basically laid a turd, so to speak, in Houston. So we'll see what happens. It is the Lakers and also as well the Atlanta Hawks tonight coming up here in just a few minutes. Please join me for the live stream right there as far as for the chat, not the actual stream itself. I can't show the ad, unfortunately, on our sister stations and our sister networks on the simulcast, but I can show you our chat as it goes right, as it happens right here at the Lakers Fast Break. Kurt Affair says we were killed in the paint yesterday. I wonder if Atlanta does the same today. That is definitely a possibility without Anthony Davis. And the fact is, Jackson Hayes could get into early foul trouble, which is of great concern to me because he is very foul prone. There was a reason why he was not consistently in the lineup for the past month. And hopefully we can see, though, him do well in Atlanta tonight. The Lakers have got to utilize him properly, pick and rolls, screen and rolls, have him dive to the basket and be available for lobs. If we can get him 10, 12 points, maybe about 8, 10 rebounds, that'll be effective enough for us. But, hopefully we can get something out of him tonight other than just a nominal performance, and hopefully he will avoid foul trouble. Kurt Affair says Hayes will get his first foul within the first minute. I would not bet against that. I'll just leave it at that because we've seen how foul prone, like last night, how foul prone he is and how quickly he can get into trouble. So we'll see. The only saving grace is that Okongwu and Capella are not great offensively skilled centers. So their reliance for them is also the same thing that Jackson Hayes relies on, diving to the basket, being available for lobs, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll see what happens with those two guys. But yes, Trae Young may be driving to the basket a lot. He might be utilizing a lot of floaters. We'll have to see what Hunter, Bogdanovich, the rest of the Murray, what he does as far as maybe an addition for the Lakers. And that's obviously a subplot since his name has been tied to so many rumors. And I don't want to say I started the rumors because Kurt Affair gets mad at me, but I was one of the first to mention his name as a possible trade target for the Lakers. We'll see exactly firsthand your impressions of Murray and whether he is worth all the rumors and innuendo as far as it's concerned. So we'll see that tonight. But yes, Kurt, I remember last night's conversation. So yes, I will try to refrain from stating that constantly in the conversation coming up here tonight. So we'll see what happens, but it is the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks. Again, the Lakers are playing a team with one of the worst defenses in the NBA. So hopefully if they can get the offense moving, score 120, 125, they are definitely going to be in the game as well. And you should see a lot better effort. I know Rodell sent me a scathing email again in regards to how we blamed Ham for a lot as far as the lack of effort. And there was some to it. I believe Ham does deserve a lot of the blame for last night as far as that's concerned. But you're right. The Lakers came in there themselves and they have to own up for the fact that they didn't give the kind of effort they needed to go ahead and win that game against Houston. And the excuses were there, but they just had to go ahead and suck it up and unfortunately did not do that in Houston. And we'll see what happens. But again, it is the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks tonight. Looking forward to seeing what we can do, making sure we don't give a plethora of offensive rebounds. That's something of great concern to me because we fell into that bad habit again last night. And, I noticed on our playback feed was like, get the rebound, get the rebound, get the rebound, because that was a constant theme of the Lakers not getting the rebound last night. So hopefully we can go ahead and come back and start this game strong and stay out in front of Atlanta, and we'll see what happens from there. But it's the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks. Looking forward to a good game tonight. Vegas Dev says no AD and a gas Braun. This should be fun. You're right. That is a very real possibility, Vegas Dev. And big shout out to you. Truly appreciate you watching and listening. Cannot thank you enough for doing so. Yeah, absolutely. I cannot agree with you more. We have no AD, who has had up until tonight the third most minutes in the NBA behind 2 Chicago Bulls, ironically. So, and then also as well, Braun, Braun's got to be tired heading into tonight. He was a game time decision, and the decision is to go ahead and play him tonight. So we'll see what kind of LeBron we get tonight and then in 2 days in Boston. So, yes, 39 years old. We're working him to death. And if this game stays close, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I know that a lot of people are criticizing Darvin Ham for leaving LeBron in there last night. I know that a lot of people, we were talking on this show about how they should have brought back AD in that fourth quarter, but AD admitted he was in a lot of pain and could not move very well last night in that second half. So that was part of the reason. I think that's why they did not bring him back in. Ham, I know, said that Hayes was playing well, but you still got to bring in AD if you can. But obviously it wasn't to be. The thing was that LeBron was out there an extended period of time in a game that was already pretty much not left in doubt. So we'll see if the energy is there for LeBron tonight in a back-to-back as a 39-year-old player against the Atlanta Hawks tonight. So, yes, very concerned about that, and we'll see what happens. But the Lakers are warming up right now. It is going to be, again, the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks, they are warming up. They're in the final stages, stretching out. They're shooting around right now. We'll see what happens. But we will get a closer look at DeJounte Murray. Lakers fans, for the first time this season, will probably get their first look at DeJounte Murray and see if he is the kind of player that the Lakers should have more interest in. There's been heavy rumors that the Lakers have already fielded and made offers to Atlanta in regards to DeJounte Murray that have yet to been consummated as of yet. So we'll see tonight a good look at Murray to see if it's someone that we would think might be a good fit for our team going forward. Again, I don't feel like we should be in this position where we give up our future assets for just short-term gains. And I think DeJounte Murray is at best a short-term gain for us. Current Affairs says, even if we lose, our team wins by getting some lemon pepper wings after the game in Atlanta. Oh, yeah, you know where they get them from. If you remember the coronavirus lockdown, you remember the bubble, you remember what happened as far as the lemon pepper wings there, as far as where you go get them and where you go eat them and where you go enjoy them in Atlanta. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks. Looking forward to your thoughts. Do you think the Lakers can pull it off tonight? Again, as long as they keep the offensive rebounds from the other team to a minimum, they play some decent defense, they play with some energy, get out on the transition, they can get some easy buckets on this team. This team is not known defensively. They're one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA. But will the Lakers come in as a gassed out team? That's a great concern. And Vegas Dev pointed that out very astutely. So I do appreciate his perspective on that. Absolutely, indeed. But we'll see what happens. Again, no AD tonight, no Anthony Davis tonight in the lineup. He is out with his injuries, treating the sore groin, the sore ankle, the whole 9 yards. So he is out for tonight. And it is just LeBron. I posted at the top of the chat the Lakers starting lineup, which is D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Taurean Prince, LeBron James, and Jackson Hayes. Looking forward to seeing what this lineup can do. Again, Taurean Prince, the source of much discussion amongst Lakers fans. Do I think that he should be in the starting lineup? No. But he is, whether we like it or not. Ham's reluctance to go ahead and make the change to a better playing Jared Vanderbilt, especially who's fresher tonight because he was ejected so early in the game yesterday. Yes, absolutely should be of consideration. But unfortunately to Darvin Ham, it's not at this point in time. So we'll see what happens. It is the Lakers Fast Break. The Lakers continue this Grammy trip. Right now, 1-1 on the Grammy trip. They are 24-24, tied for ninth place, 9.5 games out in the Western Conference. So we'll see what happens. John said, how many games till the All-Star game? Let me see. All-Star game to the All-Star break. Let me go ahead and I'll look that up for you now, John. That's an excellent question. I know it's coming up soon after the trade deadline, which is on the 8th. So we're about 9 days away from the trade deadline, and shortly thereafter usually is the week for the All-Star game. So I'm going to go ahead and get you the rundown of what the Lakers are going to do here coming up. Okay, they've got, again, right here, they've got Atlanta, they've got Boston, New York, Charlotte, Denver, New Orleans. And there you go. And then after that, there's a 4-day period of time. February 13th is Detroit. February 14th is Utah. And that's the last game. February 14th, Valentine's Day, John. It is the Utah Jazz. That is their last game as far as before the All-Star break. Just want to let you know. How many games to the All-Star break in total? Let's go ahead and count them out. Tonight's game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 8 games. John. So what are your thoughts before they hit the All-Star break? As 8 games left on the schedule. What do you think the Lakers can do in the next 8 games? 5-3, 6-2, 8-0, 0-8. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments right here in the chat. Truly appreciate if you do, and cannot thank you enough for doing so. Again, the Lakers are coming up here in just a few seconds. The Lakers are starting out. Their pregame is already starting, so looking forward to seeing the game tonight with you. And as far as seeing a game alongside with you on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break for us, and also as well YouTube and Facebook, I will be monitoring those channels as well. John says, knuckle down to the break. They have a rest. 4-4, John says, unfortunately, that seems like about right for a team that's at 500. Yep, that's correct, Alan. Jackson Hayes for the start, as I mentioned at the top of the show. AD is out. Remember, he has played the 3rd most minutes in the NBA this season, so he sits down tonight, resting that groin for the Boston game coming up on Thursday. So we'll see what happens. But yes, the Lakers 24-24. They are 9th place in the Western Conference, 9.5 games out of the conference lead. So we'll see what happens when they face off against the Atlanta Hawks, a team that's 19-27. They are one of the worst defensive teams. But again, Lakers come in here tired, fatigued, coming into a second game of a back-to-back, and we'll see what happens. But it is Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for watching and listening on this update for you out there on this pregame. If you have any questions for us, always put it in the chat. I think, Alan, they're saying that they want Wood to come off the bench and provide the minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if Wood ends up playing a substantial amount more minutes than Hayes. Yes, that possibly is the case. That possibly is the case, Alan, that they do. I think they also realize Hayes could get in foul trouble early. Don't be surprised if Hayes gets in foul trouble early and they end up playing 30 to 35 minutes of Christian Wood tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, or a substantial amount more for Rui Hachimura in the place of Anthony Davis tonight. I just don't expect Jackson Hayes to give you a substantial amount of minutes because of the reasons why he wasn't in the lineup in the first place and in the rotation in the first place, because of what he's limited to and the fact he gets in foul trouble so easily. So yes, hopefully Rui does have a good game, John. I think that the Lakers will be forced to play him more. Darvin Ham will be forced to play more. Christian Wood, I expect at least 20 minutes, 25 minutes tonight. So we'll see. Will we get a good or a bad Christian Wood game? We've got a bad Christian Wood game yesterday. I hope for a good Christian Wood game. It's going to be, yeah. Jackson Hayes is going to do, yes. Moving screen at some point. Yes, Alan called it. It's just like Julius Randle would get a charge or two every single game. Yes, Jackson Hayes gets a moving screen every single game indeed. Yes, I expect him to get into foul trouble early. John called it within the first minute, so we'll see what happens. But the national anthem is starting up, so it means the Lakers game is not too far behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and set up for the simulcast. But thank you so much again for watching. Brings hands. Yep, he does do that. Jackson Hayes has some bad habits, which is the reason why he's not playing regularly in the NBA right now. So we'll see what happens. But it is the Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks. Looking forward to hopefully a good game tonight. Will the Lakers have enough energy for tonight? We'll find out. Darren says Laker Tom's credibility depends on Goodwood. Yes, it does. Yes, it does indeed. But wishing everyone all the best. Tonight's schedule will be the Lakers and Hawks on our simulcast with playback.tv. So that's Lakers Fast Break. The best post game comes up right after. And then later tonight, 11 p.m. Pacific. 11 p.m. Pacific is your nightcap with Joe Soro. So looking forward to that indeed. So for everyone out there, I truly appreciate you watching and listening. It is game time coming up right now on the Lakers Fast Break channel on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break and wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you soon right here on Playback.